So now that we've added in our wellhead information, we're now ready to input meters to start our production test. The meter configuration bar again has changed drastically from version 2. In the past, you had to manually input your columns. Not so in version 3. What we'll do is we'll focus on the colored droplets located here in the top left-hand corner of the meter configuration bar. The red droplet allows you to add a gas meter. The green allows you to add an oil meter. The blue, a water meter. Yellow, a condensate meter. And we also have a generic column as well. So what we'll do, if we click on the right droplet, Field Notes provides you with a list of different types of gas meters. So we have an orifice meter, a flow prover, a pitot tube, bean choke, adjustable choke, a measured rate, a half-inch integral orifice, a vortex and turbine meter. We have them together because the calculations to calculate out a gas rate using a vortex or turbine meter are the same, a V-cone, and a systech. So right now what we'll do is we'll focus on adding an orifice meter. So if we simply left-click on the orifice meter, you can see how the window comes up. That allows you to put in your meter size, your tap location, your tap type, any previous production, the general correlations, and your gas gravities. You can see how the general correlations default to a Benedict, Webb, and Rubin correlations. But if you want a more detailed values for your gas, you can go to your AGA8 detail, and we simply click on that. These values will be provided to you from a laboratory such as AGAT Labs, which will do a composite breakdown of the chemicals in your gas. If we go back to Benedict, Webb, and Rubin, you can see here that it gives you a breakout of your percentage of N2, your percentage of CO2, and of course a percentage of your H2S if you're dealing with sour gas wells of your total gas. So right now we use a default gravity value of 0.65, 0.65 of 1 being air. If you are dealing with heavier gases such as CO2, you may be putting in a value of 1.2, or if you're doing coal bed methane tests, you may be dealing with a lighter gas such as methane, in which the gas gravity would be 0.55. The gravity is very important in that it affects the calculation of your gas rate. So what we'll do is we'll put in our meter size here. So we'll just simply use 4 inches. And again, Field Notes allows you to toggle between an upstream or downstream tap location. So if I click on downstream here, you'll see how the meter type has changed direction. And if I wanted to go to tap type, if I go from flange to a pipe, you can see how the screen has changed to give you a visualization of the changes that you're making in setting up your meter. So we'll go back to a flange here. You can also change the name of your orifice meter as well. So if I wanted to change this and call it just simply gas orifice meter, I could just highlight the 2, click on delete, and you're ready for your test. There's also a section here called Enable Frac Monitor. And this is this is a new feature of Field Notes version 3 that will be added to your meter configuration bar that will allow you to do N2 and CO2 rate and cumulative value calculations during cleanup tests. You'll see here at the bottom of the window as well, there's also a units button that allows you again to toggle between field and metric units. So if I click on the units button here, you'll see all the values are presently in field units. So if I click on the units button, now they have moved to metric units. And Field Notes does the conversions for you automatically. So you can see that 4 inches is 101.6 millimeters. Again, we'll click on the units button again, and you can see how the values go back to field units. Then we just simply click OK, and you can see how the orifice meter is added to the meter configuration bar with all the appropriate columns for that particular meter. So in an orifice meter's case, you'll see that we have a static pressure, meter temperature, differential pressure, plate size, an instantaneous gas rate, and we also have our cumulative values for our gas, our flow shut-in, which we can add in, and we have our gas properties. Our gas properties, or our gas gravity more specifically, can be changed anytime during the test, and Field Notes will make the necessary adjustments in the calculations of your gas rate.